Ever wonder what really brought down the mighty Roman Empire? It wasn't just barbarian hordes at the gates. The real story is a lot more interesting, and it starts with a tiny silver coin. This is the denarius. In the early days of the Roman Empire, this coin was nearly 100% pure silver. It was the backbone of a thriving economy. People trusted it, trade flourished, and Rome grew into a superpower. But here's where the trouble begins. Rome was constantly at war. These campaigns were incredibly expensive, and soon the empire's treasury started to run dry. To pay for the armies and massive government projects, the emperors came up with what they thought was a clever plan. They started to mix cheaper metals like copper into the denarius, reducing its silver content, while still calling it a denarius. At first, it was a small change. But over the next couple of centuries, the silver content plummeted. Under Emperor Nero, it was down to about 90%. 100 years later, it was 50%. By the middle of the 3rd century, the denarius was only about 5% silver. It was basically a copper coin with a thin silver wash. The consequences were catastrophic. People quickly realized the coins were worthless. This led to hyperinflation. Prices for everyday goods like wheat and grain skyrocketed. A measure of wheat that cost half a denarius in the early empire now costs thousands. Merchants stopped accepting the currency, and trade ground to a halt. People resorted to bartering, trading goods directly just to survive. The economic chaos created social breakdown. With their pay now worthless, soldiers deserted the army in droves, leaving the borders undefended. Farmers abandoned their fields because they couldn't sell their crops for money that had any value. The empire was collapsing from the inside. So, when those barbarian tribes finally pushed through the borders, they weren't attacking a strong, unified empire. They were pushing over a house of cards, weakened by decades of economic self-destruction. The real enemy that destroyed Rome wasn't an invading army, it was the loss of trust in its own money. It's a powerful lesson from history about how crucial a stable and trusted currency is to the survival of a civilization. What do you think? Could something similar happen today? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe for more deep dives into history.